Hey everybody, this is Lee Perry,
And I'm Matt Thomas.
and we're part of BitMonster, working on Gunner Z. And basically we want to sit here and flip through the game, show you some cool stuff, and hopefully make you feel more informed about what the game's all about. Hey, so first off, we've kind of got the cool garage screen here, where you can go in and check out your vehicles. So part of the point of being in the garage here as well is that you can go through and like flip through these different weapons. And you got your main gun, which is kind of your machine guns, but then you've also got your secondary weapon off to the side over here. That's like your grenade launchers.
So the important thing with the secondary weapons is they do not have as much ammo capacity as the primary weapons. So they're considerably more powerful in most cases, but you have to really manage that ammo.
But something that's really important to that is that you have all these sensor changes and upgrades that you can do as well. These are things like proximity sensors that warn you, or you're about to get shot by a rocket, or you're near a mine, etc. These things are really important.
If you have a weapon that you like and you want to make it better, you can actually jump into the weapon screen, and you've got different categories depending on the weapon that you can decide to spend a little bit of cash on, and improve different aspects of each gun.
So basically this is the mission screen, where you can go in here and kind of see what areas of the city have kind of been taken over. This first mission is basically going to introduce kind of enemy vehicles as well. So I mean, one of the big things for us is that we don't just want to fight these mindless zombies. You can see here that a big part of this level is there's these vehicles as well that are kind of driven by these humans who are kind of the people who are behind this zombie infestation. Yeah, so you'll notice basically the car kind of pulls up to these intersections and you blast the hell out of some dudes, and then after you kind of cleared out the intersection, you'll get the kind of the okay sign that it's okay to kind of progress.
The other thing that you might have noticed is that some of these brain dead guys are red, and those are tenderly called VIPs because they're sort of rare, and they have much bigger rewards. In fact, they can give you things that nobody else does in the game, which is like health and secondary ammo.
Over here on the right, you can raise and lower your turret. Ultimately you're the turret on the end of this stick, basically on the end of this gun camera, if you will.
Which actually can be quite important when you come to a situation where the truck is stopped and the guys are being occluded by something in the scene, or for example, you need to get a little bit higher so you can try and take out one of those red guys in the distance there and get the rewards that they offer.
Oh man, we got a lot of dudes here.
So he's just done one thing which you'll probably do quite often in this game, which is get in a bad situation and switch to secondary weapons and try and take them out in sort of an explosive emergency. He didn't quite make it, but it's a good thing to try.
I leveled up my dude at least.
Yeah,
so okay, cool.
So when you level up, you get a little reward, and as well as a rank upgrade, which is nice.
Alright, so we're back in the garage here, and I want to kind of show off some of our, I don't know, what I guess we'd call tier 2 kind of enemies and stuff. So we created a third vehicle here. You can name all your individual vehicles. We call this one Spam Lord. But mostly what we've done here is these are some of the tier 2 weapons, which are pretty rocking. The first one we're going to demo here is called the Smart Gun. And we'll just show you that one in the game. It's a lot easier to show when it's blowing people to hell or not. And then the secondary weapon over here is the Hydra, kind of FFAR, kind of rapid fire rocket launcher. So yeah, mission 7 here is going to introduce some of these giant enemies. You'll notice here the smart gun, so I've got these little brackets, these little red brackets on my screen and white. And so essentially it auto locks on and tracks these enemies. Oh, we're going into a little boss fight here. So as long as I hold the fire button down, it automatically acquires enemies that are on the screen. So if I sit here and I kind of like focus on a mob here and I just hold down the fire button, it kind of like automatically tracks all of those guys and kind of wipes the floor with them. Here's a giant, by the way, and here's an FFAR. Sorry, guy. Alright, so I got a mob of people, got the smart gun out, reloading, here we go. Smart gun doing its job. One of the things that this vehicle has a couple of upgrades on is the intel sensor. So every once in a while, when it's got one of those red VIP enemies that are worth something, it tells you kind of what you'll get for killing them. It also has some rather fun stuff like what their actual name is.
We took the census data for the most popular names in America and then put them in a random generator, so the names might actually be a little bit more familiar than you want them to be. The text you're seeing above these guys' heads too is also from the intel sensor, which tells you how much health the enemies have left. And then later on, when you get enemies that have guns, it'll show you what type of weapon is equipped on the enemy. So you can kind of get a better idea. So that was a great example of the FFAR just clearing the fields.
All you guys need to die.
He's used all his ammo now.
This is not good. We're going to fast forward even a bit more, show you some of the hardcore tier 3 stuff. I made yet another vehicle. He's got some pretty cool weapons on him. He's got the A10 giant GU-A10 minigun, which is a beast. And also this funky weapon off to the side over here is called the Magnum. It's a kind of a rail gun. You'll see you kind of build up a charge with it and kind of let loose. There's going to be a lot of huge guys in this map doing some fun stuff, but yeah, that's right out of the gate. This is the A10 gun.
The A10 gun is basically a bullet hose.
Yes. Oh, that's so good.
Which is obviously effective against zombies, but also does quite a bit of damage against harder targets like that Titan that's coming down the street there.
Yeah, these guys, the longer you let them live, eventually they start firing at you. And they do a lot of damage.
Yeah, you gotta
try and get that head.
Oh, so the main thing that you want to try and do with Titans if they're giving you trouble is switch to your secondary weapon and hit them with a rocket or whatever so that they stunned.
These guys are next to this car. Take out the car. Let it do the work for it. I got another Titan in the background here. I'm going to swap to the railgun. The railgun, you hold down your fire until you're ready. And then you let it rip.
You can see that just took away about half of its health in one go, as well as stunning it.
Oh my god. How do you feel about a rampage? Should I rampage this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright.
So as you can see, we've kind of got some rock and roll music, and the HUD is souped up and flashing, and everything is better.
Yeah, when you're in a rampage mode, it basically doubles all the attributes of your weapon for as long as you're alive.
It also gives you more health.
Yes, it is. It makes you a beast.
So he's got reinforcements coming up, but it doesn't matter because he's got a souped up truck and rampage. Nothing can stop him.
Oh yeah, mobs. What are you doing? Back up, buddy. Oh, poor little pickup. Oh.
So one interesting thing that's very helpful to the player you can see is when some of the bigger guys spawn, it'll give you a little icon pointing towards them to let you know that they just came in the game. Which can be very...
that Titan.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Titans are a little bit less hard when you've got a rampage going.
Super maxed out GUA-10 with rampage on. Yeah.
So there's one...
Yeah. So that's kind of a look at Gunner Z, and that's not even half of the weapons that we have. A pretty good variety that feel like they play very different from one another. It's very cool.